じゃあ白石さんからギンズバーグさんを呼んでください。
Mr. Allen Ginsberg、どうぞいらしてください。
We'll begin with one song with Nobuyoshi Ino on bass, and read early poems first. This song is written 40 years ago, my first song, a Western ballad, is not in program. When I died, love, when I died, my heart was broken in your care. I never suffered love so fair as now I suffer and abide. When I died, love, when I died, when I died, love, when I died, I wearied in an endless maze that men have walked for centuries, as endless as the gate was wide. When I died, love, when I died, when I died, love, when I died, there was a war in the upper air. All that happens there. There was an angel at my side when I died, love, when I died. Begin with a text of Sunflower Sutra, page 4, in English. Second year. I walked on the banks of the Tin Can Banana Dock and sat down under the huge shade of the Southern Pacific locomotive to look at the sunset over the Box House hills and cry. Jack Kerouac sat beside me on a busted, rusty iron pole. Companion, we thought the same thoughts of the soul, bleak and blue and sad-eyed, surrounded by the gnarled steel roots of trees of machinery. The oily water on the river mirrored the red sky. Sun sank on top of final Frisco peaks. No fish in that stream, no hermit in those mounts, just ourselves roomy-eyed and hung over like old bums on the riverbank, tired and whiny. Look at the sunflower, he said. There was a dead gray shadow against the sky, big as a man, sitting dry on top of a pile of ancient sawdust. I rushed up enchanted. It was my first sunflower. Memories of William Blake, my visions, Harlem, and hells of the eastern rivers, bridges clanking Joe's greasy sandwiches, dead baby carriages, black treadless tires forgotten and unretreaded, the poem of the riverbank, condoms and pots, steel knives, nothing stainless, only the dank muck and the razor-sharp artifacts passing into the past, and the gray sunflower poised against the sunset, crackly, bleak and dusty with the smut and smog and smoke of olden locomotives in its eye, corolla of bleary spikes pushed down and broken like a battered crown, seeds fallen out of its face, soon to be toothless mouth of sunny air, sun rays obliterated on its hairy head like a dried wire spiderweb, leaves stuck out like arms out of the stem, gestures from the sawdust root, broke pieces of plaster fallen out of the black twigs, a dead fly in its ear. Unholy, battered old thing you were, my sunflower. Oh, my soul, I loved you then. The grime was no man's grime, but death and human locomotives. All that dress of dust, that veil of darkened railroad. It was very, very long. Maybe too long for such time as tonight. Part 2 speaks of hyper-industrialization and smog, greenhouse, ozone layer destruction in the form of Moloch, ancient Jewish god, to whom children were sacrificed. Do we need translation, perhaps? How many understood what I said? Maybe we could...
部分をこれから読みますが、最初の部分は長すぎてそれを省略して、それと第2部ですけど、エコロジーのことについてと、ユダヤ教のモロという神様は子供を食べるけど、そういうことがシーンの中にあって注釈です。
Part 2, how? What sphinx of cement and aluminum bashed open their skulls and ate up their brains and imagination? Moloch, solitude, filth, ugliness, ash cans and unobtainable dollars, children screaming under the stairways, boys sobbing in armies, old men weeping in the parks. Moloch, Moloch, nightmare of Moloch, Moloch, the loveless, mental Moloch, Moloch, the heavy judger of men, Moloch, the incomprehensible prison, Moloch, the cross-boned, soulless jailhouse and congress of sorrows, Moloch, whose buildings are judgment, Moloch, the vast stone of war, Moloch, the stunned governments, Moloch, whose mind is pure machinery, Moloch, whose blood is running money, Moloch, whose fingers are 10 armies, 1,000 blind windows, Moloch, whose skyscrapers stand in the long streets like endless Jehovah's, Moloch, whose factories dream and croak in the fog, Moloch, whose smokestacks and antennae crown the cities, Moloch, whose love is endless oil and stone, Moloch, whose soul is electricity and banks, Moloch, whose poverty is the specter of genius, Moloch, whose fate is a cloud of sexless hydrogen, Moloch, whose name is the mind, Moloch, in whom I sit lonely, Moloch, in whom I dream angels, crazy in Moloch, cocksucker in Moloch, lack love and madness in Moloch, Moloch, who entered my soul early, Moloch, in whom I am a consciousness without a body, Moloch, who frightened me out of my natural ecstasy, Moloch, whom I abandon. Wake up in Moloch, light streaming out of the sky. Moloch, Moloch, robot apartments, invisible suburbs, skeleton treasuries, blind capitals, demonic industries, spectral nations, invincible mad houses, granite cocks, monstrous bombs. They broke their backs lifting Moloch to heaven, pavements, trees, radios, tons, lifting the city to heaven which exists and is everywhere about us. Visions, omens, hallucinations, miracles, ecstasies, gone down the American river. Dreams, adorations, illuminations, religions, The whole boatload of sensitive bullshit. Breakthroughs over the river, flips and crucifixions gone down the flood, highs, epiphanies, despairs, 10 years animal screams and suicides, minds, new loves, mad generation, down on the rocks of time, real holy laughter in the river. They saw it all, the wild waving, carrying flowers down the river into the street. Carl Solomon, I'm with you in Rockland where you're madder than I am. I'm with you in Rockland where you must feel very strange. I'm with you in Rockland where you imitate the shade of my mother. I'm with you in Rockland where you murdered your 12 secretaries. I'm with you in Rockland where we are great writers on the same dreadful typewriter. I'm with you in Rockland where your condition has become serious and is reported on the radio. I'm with you in Rockland where the faculties of the skull no longer admit the worms of the senses. I'm with you in Rockland where you drink the tea of the breaths of the spinsters of Utica. I'm with you in Rockland where you pun on the bodies of your nurses, the harpies of the Bronx. I'm with you in Rockland where you scream in a straitjacket that you're losing the game of the actual ping pong of the abyss. I'm with you in Rockland where you bang on the catatonic piano. The soul is innocent and immortal. It should never die ungodly in an armed madhouse. I'm with you in Rockland where 50 more shocks will never return your soul to its body again from its pilgrimage to a cross in the void. I'm with you in Rockland where you accuse your doctors of insanity and plot the Hebrew socialist revolution against the coming Bush fascist national Golgotha. I'm with you in Rockland where you'll split the heavens of Long Island and resurrect your living human Jesus from the superhuman tomb. I'm with you in Rockland where there are 25 mad thousand comrades all together singing the final stanzas of the Internationale. I'm with you in Rockland where we hug and kiss the United States under our bed sheets. The United States that coughs all night and won't let us sleep. I'm with you in Rockland where we wake up electrified out of the coma by our own souls' airplanes roaring over the roof. They've come to drop angelic bombs. The hospital illuminates itself. Imaginary walls collapse. Oh, skinny legions run outside. Oh, star-spangled shock of mercy. The eternal war is here. I'm with you in Rockland in my dreams. You walk dripping from my cottage in the western night. So Howl was lyric,
ハウポエルは叙情詩で、
lamentation for the soul of America.
アメリカの魂のための歌です。
And though that is my best known poem,
それは一番よく知られている詩ですが、
it is still somewhat abstract and generalized.
まだちょっと抽象的で一般がされている。
A longer and perhaps deeper poem is called Kaddish.
それよりももっと長くて深い詩はカディシでございます。
Kaddish is a Hebrew word for lament for someone who is dead.
カディシはヘブリア語で人が死んだ時のオマージュという感じでレクイエムの意味でございます。
Ceremony, religious ceremony for the dead in Hebrew.
宗教の儀式のためのレクイエム。
The rhythm of the original Hebrew is as follows.
本来のユダヤ教のリズムはこういうふうになります。
Viskedal, viskedas, keshale, vishalo, meibusho, kutu. Dadadam, 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 vishale, vishalo. So I tried to make use of that cadence in the poem.
それを詩の中に入れて、そういうリズムで歌ってます。
But I will read 4 sections, short sections. Kalish, for Naomi Ginsberg, 1894-1956. This was written for my mother, who died in a mental hospital in 1956. In the world which he has created according to his will, blessed, praised, magnified, lauded, exalted, the name of the Holy One, blessed is he. In the house in Newark, blessed is he. In the mad house, blessed is he. In the house of death, blessed is he. Blessed be he in homosexuality. Blessed be he. Blessed be he in the city. Blessed be he in the book. Blessed be he who dwells in the shadow. Blessed be he. Blessed be he. Blessed be you, Naomi, in tears. Blessed be you, Naomi, in fears. Blessed, blessed, blessed in sickness. Blessed be you, Naomi, in hospitals. Blessed be you, Naomi, in solitude. Blessed be your triumph. Blessed be your bars. Blessed be your last year's loneliness. Blessed be your failure. Blessed be your stroke. Blessed be the close of your eye. Blessed be the gaunt of your cheek. Blessed be your withered thighs. Blessed be thee, Naomi, in death. Blessed be death. Blessed be death. Blessed be he who leads all sorrow to heaven. Blessed be he in the end. Blessed be he who builds heaven in darkness. Blessed, blessed, blessed be he. Blessed be he. Blessed be death on us all. Only to have not forgotten the beginning in which she drank cheap sodas in the morgues of Newark. Only to have seen her weeping on grey tables and long wards of her universe. Only to have seen the weird ideas of Hitler at the door, the wires in her head, the 3 big sticks rammed down her back, the voices in the ceiling shrieking out her ugly early lays for 30 years. Only to have seen the time jumps, memory lapse, the crash of wars, the roar and silence of a vast electric shock. Only to have seen her painting crude pictures of elevators running over the rooftops of the Bronx. Her brothers dead in Riverside or Russia, her alone in Long Island writing the last letter, and her image in the sunlight at the window. The key is in the sunlight at the window in the bars. The key is in the sunlight. Only to have come to that dark night, an iron bed by stroke, with the sun gone down on Long Island, and the vast Atlantic roars outside, the great call of being to its own to come back out of the nightmare. Divided creation, with her head laying on a pillow of the hospital to die, in one last glimpse, old earth, one everlasting light in the familiar blackout. No tears for this vision, but that the key should be left behind at the window, the key in the sunlight to the living that can take that slice of light in hand and turn the door and look back, see creation glistening backwards to the same grave, size of universe, size of the tick of the hospital's clock on the archway over the white door of the hospital. Oh, Mother, what have I left out? Oh, Mother, what have I forgotten? Oh, Mother, farewell with a long black shoe. Farewell with Communist Party in a broken stocking. Farewell with 6 dark hairs on the wen of your breast. Farewell with your old dress and a long black beard around the vagina. Farewell with your sagging belly, with your fear of Hitler, with your mouth of bad short stories, with your fingers of rotten mandolins, with your arms of fat Patterson, New Jersey porches, with your belly of strikes and smokestacks, with your chin of Trotsky in the Spanish Civil War. with your voice singing for the decaying, overbroken workers, with your nose of bad lay, with your nose of the smell of the pickles of Newark, with your eyes of Russia, with your eyes of no money, with your eyes of false China, with your eyes of Aunt Eleanor in an oxygen tent, with your eyes of starving India, with your eyes pissing in the park, with your eyes of America taking a fall, with your eyes of your failure at the piano, with your eyes of your relatives in California, with your eyes of Ma Rainey dying in an ambulance, with your eyes of Czechoslovakia attacked by robots, with your eyes going to painting class at night in the Bronx, with your eyes of the killer grandma you see on the horizon from the fire escape, with your eyes running naked out of the apartment, screaming into the hall, with your eyes being led away by policemen to an ambulance, with your eyes strapped down on the operating table, with your eyes with the pancreas removed, with your eyes of appendix operation, with your eyes of abortion, with your eyes of ovaries removed, with your eyes of electroshock, with your eyes of lobotomy, with your eyes of divorce, with your eyes of stroke, with your eyes, with your death full of flowers. Caw, 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 crows shriek in the white sun over gravestones in Long Island. Lord, 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 Naomi, underneath this grass, my half-life and my own as hers. Caw, caw, my I be buried on the same ground where I stand now, speaking as an angel. Lord, Lord, great eye that stares on a wall and moves in a black cloud. Caw, caw, cry of beings flung up into the sky over the waving trees. Lord, Lord, O grinder of giant beyonds, my voice in a boundless field in Sheol. Caw, caw, the caw of time rent out a foot and wing an instant in the universe. Lord, Lord, an echo in the sky, the wind through ragged leaves, the roar of memory. Caw, caw, all years my birth a dream. Caw, caw, the bus, the broken shoe, the vast high school. Caw, caw, all visions of the Lord, Lord, Lord. Caw, 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 Lord, Lord, Lord. Caw, 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 Lord, Lord, Lord. Caw, caw, caw. Ahead in time. I read early poems. Now some poems from later times.
今までは昔書きになった詩を読みまして、今は最近の詩を読むことにします。
Kaddish, which was, I forgot to say, a lament for my own mother who died in a mental hospital.
カディッシュはアレンさんの精神病院で亡くなられた詩です。彼女のための詩。
Was written in 1960.
それは1960年。
So we jump ahead 12 years to 1972.
それが分かりました。今1972年書いた詩を読みます。
A poem written in Central Australia.
オーストラリアの中で真ん中で書いた。
At Ayers Rock.
Ayers Rock という。
A sacred place for Australian Aborigines.
これは聖なるところ、オーストラリアのアボリジニの現地人の。
They have the oldest culture in the world.
これは地球で一番古い文化を持っています。
Perhaps related to Ainu culture here in northern Japan.
これはアイヌの文化と関わりがあるかもしれない。ルーツが。
So if longevity is a sign of high culture, they are perhaps the most cultivated and serious high culture in the world now.
長持ちということは一番大事だったら、これは地球で今の一番インテリのある文化だと、部族とか民族です。
And other indigenous American Indian peoples and in Brazil that we are destroying.
アイヌの場合も、アメリカンインディアンの場合も、一番古い文化を持っているのに、我々はそういう文化を殺してるから。
Destroying was what I refer to as hyper-industrialization.
そこに行った時は、現地民のアボリジニの歌を歌う人と、
So this is an imitation. This is an imitation of Aboriginal song style.
これはそのスタイルを真似している
Ayers Rock Ulu song. When the red pond fills, fish appear. When the red pond fills, fish appear. When the red pond fills, fish appear. When the red pond dries, fish disappear. When the red pond dries, fish disappear. When the red pond dries, fish disappear. Everything built on the desert crumbles to dust. Everything built on the desert crumbles to dust. Electric cable transmission wires swept down. Electric cable transmission wires swept down. Electric cable transmission wires swept down. The lizard people came out of the rock. The lizard people came out of the rock. The lizard people came out of the rock. The red kangaroo people forgot their own song. The red kangaroo people forgot their own song. The red kangaroo people forgot their own song. Only a man with 4 sticks can cross the Simpson Desert. Only a man with 4 sticks can cross the Simpson Desert. Only a man with 4 sticks can cross the Simpson Desert. One rain turns red dust green with leaves. One rain turns red dust green with leaves. One rain turns red dust green with leaves. One raindrop begins the universe. One raindrop begins the universe. One raindrop begins the universe. When the raindrop dries, worlds come to their end. When the raindrop dries, worlds come to their end. When the raindrop dries, worlds come to their end. I think we have a song to conclude this section of the meeting.
今度は
Father Death Blues. So we will have Mr. Nobuyoshi Ino again. And this song, Kaddish was lament for my mother.
カリッシュはお母さんのためのラメントでした。
This song was written one day after the death of my father.
これはお父さんが亡くなった次の日書いた。
I was studying Zazen,
座禅を組んで、
Tibetan style
チベット式で、
with my teacher, or Roshi, Tibetan Lama,
ローシーと一緒に勉強して、
Cherry Rinpoche, Rinpoche. And when my father died, he said to me,
お父さんが亡くなった時、ローシーはこう言った。
I extend my mind so that your father can enter empty sky.
私のマインドを、どう言えばいいか、お父さんが空の空に入るように、私のマインドをします。
Please let him go and continue your celebration.
彼を手放して自分のお祝いすることを続けてくださいとローシさんが言った。
So in that spirit, this song, Father, Death, Blues. Hey, Father, Death, I'm flying home. Hey, poor man, you're all alone. Hey, old Daddy, I know where I'm going. Father Death, don't cry anymore. Mama's there underneath the floor. Brother Death, please mind the store. Old Auntie Death, don't hide your bones. Old Uncle Death, I hear your groans. Oh, Sister Death, how sweet your moans. Oh, children, breaths, go breathe your breath. Sobbing breaths, and ease your death. Pain is gone, tears take a rest. Genius Death, your heart is done. Mother Death, your body's gone. Father Death, I'm coming home. Guru Death, your words are true. Roshi Death, I do thank you for inspiring me to sing this blues. Buddha Death, I wait with you. Dharma Death, your mind is new. Sangha Death will work it through. Suffering is what was born. Ignorance made me forlorn. Tearful truths I cannot scorn. Father, breath, once more, farewell. Birth you gave was no thing ill. My heart is still as time will tell.
アナウンさんは前はほらハーモニウムを自分でこう弾いて下の上に置いてやってたけど、この頃はあれはやらないのかしら。
れ初めて聞いた。あれはロッテルダムの小さなカフェでしたけれども、本当に小さいところで、こんな1メートルくらいのところで、これは私のフェイボライトソングですか？彼の中でも。でも彼氏はめったに読みませんでしょ。だから今回私は初めてだったんですけれども、名作カディッシュ。一緒にお話に素晴らしかったです。
For your hospitality.
本当に感動しました。
アレンさんに聞きたいことあるんだけど、翻訳してくださいますか？素晴らしいネクタイをしてるんだけど、いつからネクタイをするようになったの
？Many years. I speak in and they gave a gold necktie like Mr. William Seward Burroughs.
彼は学生からいただいて、それで何年間もネクタイを締めて、それでウィリアム・バロースに同じような金のネクタイを差し上げています。
Also, I am imitating Hazuko.
in Mexico, no, not Mexico, it was Paris, UNESCO. その時もね、このシルバーのタイ、僕は今日このキンキラをつけますよって言って、このタイをつけていたんですね。
Yes, well, this is a different version of the same thing. Only that year it came. Nana Osakaki, who is here, disapproved of my wearing this tie. Said I should wear something more hippie, tied up.
七尾榊さんはこれをやめてもっとヒッピーみたいなネクタイを締めるということで。
But I love it. Whatever you wear, you are you.
ギンズバーグさんは若い頃からずっと詩を書いてらして詩を読んできたんだけれども、年を取ってきてね、自分の考え方とか詩の書き方が変わってきたっていうのを思ってらっしゃるか。
Many years sitting, practicing meditation have calmed my heart a little.
何年間も瞑想をしてきて、それで心がちょっと落ち着いてきました。
And also deepened my voice.
それで声も高めてあげたい。
若い頃にいろんなことをやっぱり夢見ていらしたと思うんですね。で、そういうふうにある程度若い頃の方が今よりもう少し楽観的だったような気がするんですけども、若い頃夢見てきたことで実現したことがありますか
？More dreams now than before. I would
前より
save the world
夢が
from destruction, in fact. Very difficult job. That's the biggest dream, to save the world from destroying itself. Very, very difficult. Big, big dream.
地球がダメになることが今そうなってるけど、それをもしできれば何かしたいと思って頑張ってる。それが大変な仕事です。
That is not everyone's dream, but many people do have that dream.
それは
Many people dream of the destruction of the world also.
それはアレンさんの夢はみんなの夢ではありませんが、彼の夢を持っている人はかなりいっぱいいると思う。ただ、要は破壊する人も夢を見ているかもしれないから、それはどういう。
Actually, literally speaking, I think almost everybody has had a dream in which the world is covered with black cloud or destroyed. I have had such dreams, and I wrote poems about them, and other people said, yes, I had a dream too.
いろんな人はその世が終わる悪夢を見たけど、彼もそれを見て、いろんな人と同じ悪夢を見ているじゃないか。
That seems to be universal. Well, yes, there's some sense of inevitable doom feeling. And there are other dreams in which I fly,
他の夢ではなんか飛びますけど、
or make love,
あるいは
or save the world.
あるいは地球を救う助けます。
So it all depends on our own imagination, I think. We can imagine the world we want and then try to make that, to work for that. But we have to extend our imagination and trust our imagination somewhat also. That has equal, imagination has role equal to body, to feeling, and to reason. Also fourth, imagination.
体と心と頭と一緒に想像力ということを大切にしたいというのは自分が想像力で意欲を作るから自分の世界を作る。
This was the teaching of the great English poet William Blake.
これはウィリアム・ブレイクの昔のイギリスの詩人の教え。
He said, everybody has four parts, at least.
みんなは4つの部分があって、
Thinking, reason,
頭で考えることと、
feeling, heart,
心で感じることと、
body,
体で感じ
and
ることと、
dreams, imagination.
それと夢、あるいは想像力。
And when reason threatens the body, when reason threatens the body,
理論が頭を
like with a hydrogen bomb,
ダメにする、例えば原子爆弾とかああいうことで、
then imagination goes beyond the bomb.
その時想像力は爆弾を乗り越えている。
Our own imagination can swallow the bomb and the greenhouse.
我々の想像力は原子爆弾でもそれと温室の構造がダメになることは受け入れられるみたい。
And then I shut up.
これから黙っておきます。
ありがとうございます。
それじゃあそろそろ賛美っていうのかな、なんか休憩もしないんだけれども、もうちょっとピンバンさんの詩を聞くんだけれども、その前に白石さんがキツツキの詩をミュージシャンとして読んでください。それでその後でちょっと鳥尽くしみたいなんだけれども、鳥の同時にその僕は日本語でピンバンさんに続けたいと思います。
梅津さんと行きましょう。